Hey guys, this is What If here. It's time to talk about the Cup Series race at Sonoma. I don't even know what really to say about the race all too much, to be honest, because it was just kind of a very mid race or meh type of race. It's just not a whole lot happened, and it's just I don't know what the deal was with people trying not like they couldn't pass, but they kind of can. I don't know. It was just very middle of the road. I was gonna probably give this race just a 5, and that would be it. I mean, there's been way worse races. There's been way better ones. What was nice is all the yellows were for reasonable reasons, so that was good. The ending of the race, it just played out organically, organically as it can with the stages, and that was nice. It was very nice. So that was really good. I appreciate that because it doesn't always seem to happen anymore. So yeah, and it's a feel good story because Suarez won, and I like Suarez. And I feel bad for him. His whole career, he's been kind of bopped around different teams, and he kind of got thrown into the 19 car because Edwards suddenly retired and just kind of. I don't think Suarez was really ready for the Cup Series yet. And I felt bad for him because he got put in that really awful position, and and then he went from Gibbs to Stuart Haas, and now he's with Trackhouse, which. It's kind of like DEI incarnated or reincarnated or something because Ty Norris is a part of that, and he's he the one car's there, and it's Ganassi. That's I don't know. It's cool. I always think of Trackhouse now as like a DEI and spirit type of team, so that's kind of neat. So I'm really happy for him, and I'm really glad he got that win. And it's a feel good story. I'm very very thrilled to see him get that win. His season's been so up and down. He's been running, either he runs really well or the car just explodes or he just has bad luck. It happens way too much. So I'm glad to see him get the win. Gibbs had a horrible pit strategy or something. They didn't even finish in the top 25, I think. So I don't know what on earth happened. Just something went horrifically wrong with that pit strategy call or something. So that was kind of wild. But the race, I mean, it was very impressive to see Chris Buescher in the top 5, and it was kind of a situation where if it was Suarez or Buescher winning, I would have been completely fine with it because both would have been really good stories. Buescher obviously went through a lot with flipping at Charlotte. And then he gets the Rona, and then he misses a week, and then comes back and had a real possible chance to win. That's really impressive. Especially considering in the Cup Series, he's never really been good in the Cup Series and at the road courses. And Mike Joy, I think, even pointed it out where he only had I don't think he ever had a top 5 finish. So. That was cool. I was really happy to see him perform that well. Same with Michael McDowell, who qualified in the top 5, ran the top 5 all race, legitimately. And that's the thing too. Suarez, Buescher, McDowell, it wasn't a fluke. They legitimately ran good the whole race, and it was awesome. I like that. Just a shame the race was kind of just middle of the road. But Suarez winning, I think, kind of helped it. It elevated. It's just a feel-good story. I'm really happy for him. I guess I can touch on the truck race, which was just a waste of time. I mean, I maybe only focused about 5% of my interest in it because I would watch the first lap, realize, oh shit, Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain are first and second. I'm going to zone out. And then they do the pitting at the end of the stage, and then the last 2 laps were kind of interesting with Tyler Ingram and Ty Majeski, I believe, were battling for the stage win. So that was cute. Then stage 2, I don't know what happened in stage 2 with that. I zoned out because it was like the same thing. Then the last stage was more the same again with everything. So it was just another meaningless, empty win for Kyle in the Truck Series, which does nothing. It's not impressive. It's not funny. It's not cool. It's just irrelevant. Alex Bowman's in there for no reason. It's just so damn pointless. So that was just a waste of time for the truck race, but at least the Cup race was alright. It was just really nice to just have things play out and as organically as they could, and the yellows were for legitimate reasons, and I don't know if Goodyear brought a good tire compound for the race. I guess they technically didn't because it didn't wear out enough, but they did wear out a lot because it was like they fell off by like a couple seconds. So, but I guess I don't know. I'm assuming maybe the teams figured out that, hey, we need to listen to Goodyear on the tire pressure recommendations and not go lower. Maybe that was the case. I don't know, but it was nice that, there was no like crazy tire issues for a change. That was refreshing because that seemed to happen way too much. Yeah, so a lot of good runs, a lot of surprise good runs, which I just didn't expect. So that was cool. But yeah, just one of the biggest things is just it didn't seem like it seemed like it was really hard to pass when you're in the top 10. Larson kept getting put back there by horrible pit strategy calls where they would try to go for stage wins, and then when the restart happens, he'll be in the back, and he can gain like 15 spots, but once he gets in the top 10, he's kind of like stalled out. So I don't know if it's just because it was hard to pass or the cars were so even, or I don't really know exactly. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a road course. I don't know. I don't know. But it was all right. The race was fine. Middle of the road. Slightly above average just because the finish. It's a good story for Suarez. So I'm going to give it a pretty comfortable 6 out of 10 with that. And yeah, it was nice. And I think that's it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to discuss. God, I gotta think. Is there anything else I need to say? I guess I could talk a little bit about the broadcast. I mean, the announcers, as usual, they do a pretty good job. Stewart in the booth is really good, even though he's kind of a bit biased towards Stewart Haas. So, I mean, I get it, but when you're being like an announcer like that, you're supposed to be kind of like unbiased. So that's kind of like the only problem with Stewart. But as far as everything else with him, he's pretty good. Larry Mack, always really good in the booth. He was in there because Boyer wasn't there for family matters. Now, I heard it was personal reasons. I heard that he was too drunk to be on there, which I don't know why. I don't know how that started. It wouldn't surprise me because Boyer does stupid shit, so it wouldn't put it past him to do something like that. But if it's a family thing, then that kind of sucks. But yeah, the booth was a lot more tolerable because Boyer wasn't there, just being random, and he's such hot air, and the bad kind. It's just, oh god, I hope he's not in the booth anymore because I can't stand him. Put Larry Mack in there, like it's way better. The camera work again is still bizarre. I mean, I don't know how they keep messing things up where, like, it's just, like, little things where it's, like the start of the race. They're about to go green. They cut to a fan cheering. It's like, why? That's just bizarre. Like, I don't know. It's just weird decisions of, like, when to put the camera on certain things. And they completely missed, like, Suarez wheel hopping, like, the last corner and made him lose a lot of time, and then Buescher caught up to him. Like, they missed that because they were replaying, like, a wreck that happened, like, 6 different times. Like, it's just bizarre things like that. I don't know, it's just, God, the broadcast, like, not the broad, I guess it's the broadcast, like, the presentation or just the camera work has always been, it's been so atrocious this year. I don't know how they can fix it or what they can do. It's just weird decisions, and God, it's been, I don't know if NBC is going to be much better, but I don't know, but yeah, that was kind of just a typical annoying race. So with that stuff, not, I guess not nearly as bad because Boyer wasn't there and he's just really really obnoxious in the booth. It's kind of like, it's basically like Darrell Waltrip but worse. I don't know. And I guess I found more things to hate about Boyer, which is interesting because I think I watched I did watch Alan Bailey's like NASCAR like podcast video, and he was recalling a story back in like 2012 when Boyer won at Sonoma, and he was there in like the press conference or the post race like interviews and stuff, and they were only there for maybe about like 10 minutes, and then Alan Bailey asked a question. Then Michael Waltrip and Boyer all sighed and got like annoyed because he was going to ask a question and they thought they were done, even though they were only in there for like 10 minutes. And it's like, that doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, Boyer and Michael Waltrip being douches and asses or being so disrespectful like that. And, how dare they be interviewed for 10 minutes in the post-race stuff? That's just stupid. And yeah, that sucks. It's gross. I hate it. Like, there's just more. I'm not shocked. That just adds to it. Just their attitudes about asking or answering questions after, just stupid. I hate it. So there's my Boyer rant. I found a new thing to hate on him for. So yeah. So that was fun. That was a fun week, or a fun listen. But yeah, I guess that's it. I'm really dragging this out. But yeah, it was an alright race. It was fine. Happy for Suarez. Hopefully, with Suarez, like, his victory celebration, like, he punches a taco piñata. That would be kind of freaking badass. I don't know. I like that idea. Maybe that could be like a recurring thing if he wins, kind of like with Chastain and the watermelon. So I'm up for that. I'm up for like a unique celebration. I like that idea. I think it's even more badass. He like punches through a taco. Like, I don't know, it's just awesome. So, no, that'd be a good victory celebration thing to do. But yeah, that's it for me. I don't know what more to say. Yeah, I'll see you all later, and we got an off week, so no race review, but that'll be weird. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I always like to know what your thoughts are on this, and yeah, that's it. I'll see you all later, and have a good day, everyone.